What's up, Aries? Are you guys ready for the next half of this year? You should be. Because if there was one word to describe the energy that is surrounding you now, and that's going to be lingering out throughout the rest of this year, that one word would be better. And of course, to help you further understand what it is that I'm trying to tell you, Aries, I need for you to go with me on a mind trip. So Aries, you on a basketball court, and you giving it your all. You in the first half of the game and the clock is winding down, but the other team, boy, they have been kicking y'all butt. You've been getting handled. You've been getting crossed over on. You've been getting dunked on. And you really were just embarrassed. You were tired. You were humiliated. And you really just wanted the game to be over with. But the buzzer sounded. And it's time for you to go back to the locker room for halftime. Now, as you're in halftime, the coach is giving you the speech. Y'all going over the playbook. Y'all looking at everywhere y'all went wrong. And then you're studying what you need to do to make it right. So, as it would be in any game of basketball, halftime only lasts but so long. You guys march back out there onto that court with newfound energy, with newfound strength, with new plays. And as the game went on, those strategies seemed to work for you. Because now you was the one crossing over. You was the one dunking on them. And before you know it, the entire game was over. And Aries and the whole squad won the game. What does this mean, Aries? Well, it's simple. The second half is going to be much better than the first. So if you've been having an incredible first half, you better hold on to it. Because the next half is going to be even better. And if you've been in the struggle, if you've been feeling like you were ready to throw in the towel, well, I dare you to just hold on. Because just like our mind trip is telling us, you will end much better than you began. So we're going to get to this deck. And before we do that, though, let me tell y'all, I had to write these down. These are a few things that you can expect that I got as just, downloads. New accounts. Some of you guys will be opening new accounts, whether it's opening like joint accounts, opening accounts for like your children, opening up just new bank accounts in general, opening up for, savings, any of that kind of stuff. I see leases and financing agreements. I see more energy and endurance, and also fall romanticism. So whether you're with someone or not, it does look like there's going to be some fall romance coming in. And if you're already with someone, you guys are going to turn up the notch on romance, which always happens when you get closer towards the fall, of course, because the seasons change, things shift, people energy shifts. It becomes more of the lovey-dovey, relationshipy, romantical type energy, right? Cuffing season, as they like to call it. So a lot of you guys will be partaking in cuffing season when it comes up. And if you're already cuffed, it'll be a little bit more romance and magic. Okay, so let's go ahead and let us get to the traditional tarot to help clarify some things and see what specifically could be coming up for you. Center of the reading, we got the Two of Wands. Your energy here, Aries, we're talking about two choices, decisions, pathways. And also I'm getting multiple, okay? So it's either like multiple accounts, multiple things that you'll be financing, making two decisions, or having to choose like two things amongst multiple decisions. This could be travel. This could be moving to another state or even another country, okay? Or it could be staying. It could be choosing between staying at a specific job or moving somewhere else to take on a different position, okay? So some of you guys have multiple offers. You have multiple decisions to make, okay? And they are going to affect somewhere, because I feel like whatever decisions you make, you're going to be presented with two like totally different paths, right? As this Two of Wands would suggest. So there's two, imagine that. You stay here or you move to another country. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, whoa, 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 okay? But at the same time, it's for your betterment, because I feel like whatever choice or decision you make, you're going to choose the one for your highest good. And that'll definitely be something that that moves you towards the better when we say you're going to have a better second half, okay, of the year. Let's see what it's crossed by though. The Three of Cups. So this is friendships. This is relationships, happy times, celebrations. Of course, when we talk about the second half of the year, all of the holidays coming up, family, friends, people getting together. But some of you guys may be making a choice or a decision that may, you know, require you to not be there or to maybe miss out on something because of, like I said, I'm seeing a huge move for some of you guys to where it would be like, okay, well, when y'all celebrate, I might not be able to be there. Okay. Or some type of distance or long distance trip. Some of you guys this year, you'll be taking a trip out of the country. It may not be forever, maybe like a week or two, but it's definitely something. And it could be to see a friend. Now, for some of you guys, the way I'm seeing it here too, you can have someone, let's say you met someone online on a dating site and y'all been talking for a long time. You could actually be traveling to see them. Or you could be traveling and just see some friends who are abroad or just in a different city. Let's see what's at the deep root of it. The Hermit mode. So some of you guys have been quiet. To me, this is also representing that time like in our mind trip where you go into the locker room and you're trying to get your plan together so that you know what you're going to do. So that when it's time to make that choice or that decision, do I cross over? Do I dunk on them? Which one am I going to do? Okay. But you got to go into that locker room first. You gotta plan it out. For some of y'all, this is practicing in the gym before the game will start. So this is you sitting at home, actually planning out your next steps, actually planning out what outcome do I want to see, okay? Operating from a state of wisdom, not making choices and decisions until you're fully aware of what the path may lead to, okay? Just becoming more wise. I feel like throughout the rest of this year, a lot of you guys are going to just really be receiving wise answers and then using and applying those wise answers to change your life, okay? Life change type energy. Let's see what we have in the recent past. The Six of Cups. This is the past. This is talking about things that are maybe memories, especially for those who are leaving or who are thinking about going somewhere. This is what do I leave in the past? Who do I leave in the past? And for some of y'all, this may be different emotions and feelings that you're going to leave within the first 6 months. For some of you all, you have created fantastic memories in this first 6 months. And then the next 6 months from now, you're going to create even more memories. This is good memories. It's nostalgia. But at the same time, some of you all had to make choices and decisions within these first 6 months. Let me see. Let's see. Can you give us an overall theme? Let me see. I want to use these. As to what Aries has been going through for this past 6 months that wraps up this card. Ooh, heal. Yo, that's crazy. This is the star card in traditional tarot. And I believe Aquarius just got the same card with a different deck. So you guys have been healing from the past. So this last 6 months may have been your time where you were in the locker room. Okay, we got this Hermit card here. So when we talk about the locker room, some of y'all been in there with your friends trying to work it out. Some of y'all been in there with your family members. Or some of y'all may have sought counseling. Okay, but you've been getting in there. You in the locker room, right? We in the planning stages, in the how do we get rid of this negative energy? Like I said, for some of y'all, you left old feelings, old behaviors, things that didn't serve you. You leaving those in the past. Whatever didn't work out in the first 6 months, it's like, okay, Hermit mode. We gonna change this thing on around. Because when I go back out there on that court, I'm going to win. So how do I make that happen? Well, let's see. Let's take a moment real quick to sit in this locker room and heal. Okay? From whatever it was that didn't work out, from whatever it was that hurt me, because this is a Cups card. We're talking emotions, feelings, all of that kind of stuff. So whatever it was, heal from it. And this is the Star card. So we're talking about a lot of hope. You've been feeling hopeful. If you've been planning, if you've been trying to get yourself back, that kind of energy is like you got that chance to turn it around this second half. Now let us see what's in your headspace. Too many cards, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, the Lovers wants to pop out. It wants to jump out. So Major Arcana, like I said, for some of you guys, you will be in just that whole romantic energy for the second half of the year, because I told you that's just how it shifts anyway. It's cuffing season. If you're already in a relationship, you guys are going to be in that realm of, like I said, romanticism, where it's going to be, you know, more holding hands, more cuddling, you know, especially if you're in an area where it's cold and all of that, where it's just going to really feel nice to have someone. You see the way these snakes are intertwined with each other, like holding hands like that, you know, and when you do it all intertwined, and having just someone who gives you that good energy, you know. A lot of you guys, if you don't already have this, get into the energy of the season. The season calls for spooning and cuddling and all of that kind of stuff. So if you're looking for someone, start putting yourself on that frequency so you can attract someone who's on that same frequency, okay? So, but that's what a headspace is. Some of you guys will be having a like a Christmas party for the first time. It's a lot of stuff like that happening for the first time with this. Some of you guys may be moving in together, and when you move in together, you'll be having like the Thanksgivings or the Christmas parties or the New Year's parties, or, you know, the boxing match. You'll be having some stuff at your place together. Wow, for some of you guys, you're going to be introducing your mate to other people for the first time this fall. All right, let's see what's coming up in the near future. Ooh, the Two of Swords. So this is some stagnant energy here. What I feel like for near future for some of you guys, this is you going in the locker room. Like, okay, hold up, time out. If things are not progressing the exact way that I want them to go, just let me stop right here. I'm not saying I'm going backwards. Now, I can't change the past. I cannot change the past. I got to take a moment to stop and heal, though, before I move forward. Now, this too don't stay stuck always, but it does take a moment to stop, pause, think about it, and come up with something, with a better plan moving forward. So, hope, who goes there? This card is saying, I want to know, and not me personally, but, you know, spirit, maybe yourself. I want to know, what are we doing? Before we take another step, before we go back out there on that court, how can I ensure that I win? Now, this is not moving forward, not moving backwards. It's stagnant energy, but at the same time, the way this hermit is set up, I feel like it's for your own good. Remember, locker room. If you're not moving right now and you're sitting there still trying to make a decision, this is you being wise. It's you being wise, so that you don't go back out there on that court with no game plan. You know what I mean? We finishing strong. We finish in the second half better than the first half, okay? So let's go to what it is that you, whoa, this wants to jump out. I can't even, I mean, the cards are just like, oh, the Death card. This is what, in your fear position. So some of y'all feel like we have fought so hard in this game of life. And we've been trying, and we've been, you know, and we's just tired. You know, we in the locker room right now like, man, coach, they strong. Our plays ain't working, you know. My shot's not going in. That kind of energy, right? But it's what you fear, because you don't want to just lay down and be like, oh, okay, well, I just got to accept that I'm losing, and that's it. Let me just lay down and die, and might as well hand over the trophy right now. No. Because the thing about the Death card is that transition, that change. It may be dead from the body, but now it's a spirit, right? So it ain't gone. It ain't over. Yeah, hey, look, I'm still the spirit. I'm still here. You know what I mean? But no, technically speaking, this is just saying you're going through a transition period where you may not like it, because you in that locker room, and you have to come up with a game plan. You got, for some of y'all, you got to come up with something better for the second half. Whether it be the stuff that you don't accept no more, the way that, for some of y'all, if you take stuff too personal, or if you have been saying stuff or been around people who take stuff too personal, I don't know who that's for, that's coming on in. Yeah, it's like there's going to be a huge change. But this also can represent, well, what if it's not? What if I go out there again and I get beat? That's where confidence comes from. That's where you be like, nah, but I sat in that locker room and I healed and I fixed all that up. So, but let's see how people look at you. The 8 of Swords. Okay, well, this is someone who is in their own head, in their own thoughts. So this is going to be an area where you're going to work on the second half. Because I feel like for some of you guys, the first half is over, but the second half for some of y'all may actually be the locker room, where you feel like the second half of, like, you know, another time frame or something is going to change it around for you, because it's dual energy with the other signs that I read for. It's like one group who's coming out, but then one group who's coming in. So y'all, some of y'all may be the group that's getting ready to go into the locker room and come up with a plan and realize and decide that it's time to heal, that it's time to go over and reevaluate the past and change some things. Right? So then let me see what the other half. So if this is the half who's going in, you're going into the locker room, you frustrated, you're like, man, coach, the plays ain't working. Wow, these two cards wanted to jump out. So this is throat chakra and this is refusing to see. Want to know something interesting? Same card, different deck. Okay? So it's, again, stagnant. I'm in the locker room. Some of y'all in the locker room like, I'm not coming back out. Okay, some of y'all maybe have tried something, it didn't work out. Maybe in the first half, maybe you feel like you've gotten embarrassed or something didn't go the way that you wanted it to. And now you're like hermit mode, don't look at me, don't talk to me. Wow, this could even be a falling out. But you want to know what it stems from? Look at that, throat chakra. Some of y'all for this second half are going to speak up. And you want to know what's interesting to me? I feel like for some of y'all who are in the locker room right now trying to come up with this other strategy, this for you is life purpose. Because some of you guys may be healed enough to pursue and actually put yourself out there when it pertains to life purpose or like whatever it was that you were trying to do. But I feel like for a lot of you guys, it involves you speaking up in a way that you've never spoken up before. Your second half is going to involve you, I think it was Aquarius that I said that it's going to involve more public speaking. So if that's what's going on with you, like, you know, deep down in your heart, you're supposed to be doing something or saying something. I feel like a lot of y'all this second half, that's what you're going to be incorporating. That's going to be the difference. Okay. And I feel like it's going to make a huge difference when you speak up. This could be speaking up in a love situation, speaking up publicly, speaking up over an injustice, speaking up because your dream involves it. But a lot of you guys, that throat chakra is going to be on 35 for a lot of y'all coming up, okay? Learning to speak things into existence. Okay, let's see what you hope for. The Fool. Y'all ready? We want a brand new beginning. Let's wipe the slate clean. Let's go back out there and pretend like that first half didn't even happen. And if we're gonna act like it happened, let's at least learn from it and use the skills. So you out there, you know that they crossing over. Okay, next time you know how to maneuver through that, right? You know how to not get crossed over on, right? But anyway, this is the Fool card, a brand new beginning, taking a leap of faith. For some of you all, that leap of faith is going to involve that throat chakra, speaking up, saying some stuff, doing some stuff that you've never done. Okay, and in this next half, if you want to come up out of this stagnant energy, I feel like the first step is gonna be here. Funny thing about these cards, these 3 cards, they all have someone with a blindfold. So to me, this is, oh, and then look at him, he's looking down. So to me, that's representing, like, I don't know. Like a lot of y'all may be in, I don't know how the second half gonna go. And when we talking about those other players and stuff, we talking about your spirit guides, your angels, the people who are rooting for you, the people who are actually on your team, on your squad, who helped you, uplift you, all that kind of stuff. But wow, Aries. And I don't feel like this stems from, oh, it's just negativity. I really feel like for a lot of y'all, this is taking that leap of faith to try something new that you know you're supposed to be doing. A lot of people are feeling that energy where it's like, I know it's something else I'm supposed to be doing, but I don't know. So some of y'all gonna be taking that moment to stop, think about it, get it together before you just jump out there. And some of y'all just gonna jump out there. Okay, but this blindfold is bothering me. And I feel like that may be bothering you too because you don't know the outcome. It's like, okay, if I take this leap of faith, this is 0. And then we have the next step, which is the 2. Refusing to see, stagnant energy. And then this 8 of Swords with this blindfold here. I don't know how this is going to end up. We got all these people, can't see. But that's what faith is for. You got to go back out there and play ball even if you don't know the outcome. You got to get out there and you got to try, fight for this destiny, fight for this life purpose. Yeah, let's see what the outcome. Oh, 5 of Cups. So there's something coming. It's like you in the locker room, stuck, stagnant, not moving, refusing to see, right? And you got the opportunity to go back out there on that court. Now, you don't necessarily know if you're going to win or not. But if you don't, you'll never know, right? And that's what these people are doing. They'll never know. These people here will never know. In life, there are a lot of people who will never know. But Aries, coming up in these next 6 months, you got a chance to know what you may never know if you don't try. So you need to make sure you're taking full advantage. Not saying you need to grab every opportunity, but the way this is set up is like the second half is supposed to be better than the first half. So if you want your winning second half, I feel like for most Aries, you guys are going to have to take a risk. You're probably going to do something you've never done before. And you got room. You want to know why? Because you cleared it all out during the healing. Now for the other half of y'all, y'all might be in the locker room for this next 6 months as you're trying to figure it out. And that's so funny because with this here, the refusing to see, the 2 of Swords, the 8 of Swords, and this 5 of Cups, to me this is like being in the locker room figuring out the game plan or healing, going over everything that you need to work through in order to even go out there and play the game again. This transformation that's happening. You are either at one of 2 phases, okay? Everybody is in a different place in the ascension process, okay? For the majority of you, your second half will be better than your first. And for a group of y'all, you're going into the locker room for these next 6 months, which means you're going to be evaluating everything that didn't go so well in this first 6 months. And you're going to be working through that through the next 6 months. And then after that, you're going to have your chance to go back out there on the court and win. Okay? So that is what I give for you, Aries. Thank you guys so much for all of your likes, your subscribes, your shares. I appreciate you guys so much. And if you need a personal reading, you can hit me up, waterstarvibes@gmail.com. Email me your questions. Please take a look in the description box to see how you should list them and only give a brief description if totally necessary. Okay? Thank you guys so much once again. I appreciate you and I'll see you in your next video.